So look. I'm not gonna get them all right. Some of them, seemed like a fairly obvious one, but I wanted to go with my gut because I didn't want the obvious one to win. But the one I didn't call it right this week. The one who won the death battle won the death battle. Obviously, I'm not gonna spoil that. Go and check either my video or just more importantly, go watch Screw Attacks. But this next one coming up is another one that I've already done on my channel, The Who Wins. Thor versus Wonder Woman. Now, before I continue this video, I'm gonna say if you want my opinion on who I actually think would win, and when you take their canons into consideration, all that, go check out my video on that. And I'm gonna give you a 5 count for it before I go into what I thought happened in that video versus what I think is gonna happen in this one, because I do think there's gonna be some differences. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. So you've been warned now. So in my video, I gave the advantage to Thor. Now the reason I gave the advantage to Thor was because one, in terms of physically speaking, Wonder Woman is like one of the heaviest hitters in the DCEU or DC Universe. Thor also ranks among that. Now the full level of Thor's strength has never been dictated, but he is definitely he's not true Superman Wonder Woman levels of strength, but physicality wise, he's extremely durable. Or physicality wise, he's extremely powerful. But durability wise, I think he actually does trump Wonder Woman because he is capable of surviving the gravity of a freaking neutron star, which can easily level a planet. Wonder Woman's definitely got planetary durability, but I honestly think Thor has the higher durability. Then you get into the whole question of combat experience, battle experience, and while I do think Wonder Woman, they're both trained as warriors. This thing that was the real difficult thing. They're both trained as warriors. Both are some of the most skilled warriors their kind have ever produced. But Thor has the added advantage of actually being thousands of years old and having thousands of years of combat experience. Therefore, even Wonder Woman, depending on which interpretation you're looking at, but the general interpretation is nowhere near that old. And she's definitely older than she looks. She's been around for a while, but she is definitely not thousands. She's not millennia years old, at least in most interpretations I've read. So there's that. Plus, I mean, her sword is possibly capable of cutting Mjolnir. She is possibly capable of lifting Mjolnir. Now, that being said, just because she's capable of lifting it and wielding it doesn't mean Thor's powers just suddenly disappear. It's just she is also worthy of wielding the hammer. That's all that matters. But that also happened in a non-canon event. Problem is with Screw Attack, and it is one of the few problems I've had with Screw Attack, and very, very few problems I've ever had with Screw Attack. I think DeathBattle really does good work. I think Wiz and Boojstick really do their homework and all that stuff. But the problem is they go to every source, including the non-canon stuff, which has no relevance in a fight usually. Like Wonder Woman was able to lift Mjolnir in a comic, a one-shot comic where the universes crossed. And I mean, in the confines of the respective universes, I guess that doesn't make sense. But I don't know. I feel like they will address that. But the question then becomes, obviously, in the long scheme of things, and of course, Wonder Woman has her lasso, her indestructible gauntlets, her tiara. Thor's obviously has Mjolnir, capable of manipulating lightning. The God Blast, for God's sake, capable of wielding Odin Force to a degree. And I made the argument also that yes, Wonder Woman's bracelets are Deus, I think they're called, or Sezios, I can't remember what they're called, are indestructible by all standards in her universe. See, what's indestructible in one universe is not necessarily indestructible in another universe. Example, adamantium is nigh indestructible in the Marvel universe. We have no idea how it actually would compare or go up against anything in the DC universe, because as far as we know, there's nothing comparable to adamantium in the DC universe. The same can be said for Wonder Woman's bracelets. Or gauntlets, I think they're bracelets. There is theoretically nothing comparable to her bracelets in the Marvel universe. You could think of things like Uru metal or something like that, or adamantine, which does exist, which you can make the argument is comparable. But that is really stretching. So it's really hard. Now, who do I overall still think wins the fight? Here's the thing, and it's one of these things that I'm not saying they're going to do this just to even out the playing field. They are going to do their research on that because, Oh God, I'm trying to think of characters who have been in multiple fights and have lost. Uh, like Boba Fett was in. They did Boba Fett twice over. He still lost. Goku lost twice over. I mean, Batman's 1-1 right now. Oh, who else? Who else have they done multiple times? Deadpool. Deadpool is well, technically he's just 1-0 because um, that Pinkie Pie fight was weird. I'm trying to think of anyone else that they've done multiple battles with. Point being is that they've done Thor versus Raiden and then Wonder Woman versus Rogue. Thor won his fight. Wonder Woman lost her fight. Now, I'm not saying there's going to be a bias. If I were to put my money on it right now, I would still go with Thor myself. But if I were to be a betting man, I would put it. Even though I think Thor would win, myself still. If I were to bet, man, something tells me Wonder Woman's going to win this. I think through their research, they're going to see Wonder Woman win this. And I'm not saying that's them being unfair or them being biased because one has won one hasn't won one. Plus, Thor Ragnarok is coming out and Wonder Woman just had her big hit. I'm not saying they're going to be biased because of that. But I'm just saying there's the gut feeling that there could be a little something there. I mean, I can't say one way or the other. I know I'm kind of contradicting myself saying that. But you can understand it. It does sometimes come off like they're being biased. Like I don't agree. Honestly, I don't agree with the outcome. Not that Goku losing isn't what probably would happen necessarily, but particularly the second fight they did with Goku versus Superman when they allowed Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan Blue. You guys did that fight with no real knowledge of the form. Literally, you could have waited until like right now. You could have just done the fight right now. But because of all the fan outcry for Goku losing in that fight, and because Battle of Gods and Resurrection F and Super had come out and given us those new forms, they said let's do it again, and this time let's close the fight, let's close this argument for good, without actually understanding what the concept of those actual forms are. Because if you actually look at the power that's generated from those forms, there's a much stronger argument for Goku in those fights than you might initially think. Now, granted, do I think Superman probably would still win those fights? It's tough. I will eventually do another Goku versus Superman video, but not doing it until the Universal Tournament arc is done, because obviously Goku's new Limit Breaker form, whatever it's going to be called, will be revealed, and it'll be stronger than Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken. Didn't want to get into any spoilers there for a second. Well, minor spoilers. Goku's using a slightly stronger Kaioken this time around when he's about to fight Jiren. So, yeah, get ready for that. But, yeah, I'm going to wait for that before I give my final verdict of who I think would win. Anyway, though, yeah, I still believe Thor would win, but I have a feeling Wonder Woman is going to take the win. So either way, I'm technically right. So it's like, I think Thor would win. Thor won, awesome. But I think Wonder Woman is going to win for some reason. Oh, Wonder Woman win. I was right. I win either way. That's the way you argue, kids. So anyway, yeah, I'm going to go with my gut right now and say Thor, but something tells me it's going to be Wonder Woman. Just going out there. But let me know if you think different. If you think different, that's cool. Put it in the comments below. Let me know. Also, you can probably just comment on my video about that and see what I actually thought of that fight. Again, though, I think they will attribute some differences than what I put in the video. Anyway, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Like, comment, share, subscribe. I'll be back with who would win in a little bit. If you have an idea for who would win, Star Wars, superhero, what if, magic, anything I do on the channel, put that in the comments below. Let me know. I'll get to it at some point. Yeah, I already did the what if, so that's done. Magic video is not being done until Friday because I'm getting the bundle pack for Ixalan. And that's going to be the video for today. And tomorrow, I was going to see either American Made or Flatliners, but then I saw that Battle of the Sexes had made it in Cinemark theaters. I'm like, no, I'm seeing Battle of the Sexes, because everything I'm hearing from this movie, this is an Oscar-winning contender, and Emma Stone and Steve Carell are amazing in this, so I'm seeing this movie. So yeah, I mean, I don't just see like the superhero, the Marvels, the Star Wars, the sci-fi. I see a lot of, I actually try to broaden my horizons when it comes to movies. I really do. Anyway, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. This was a longer prediction video than I normally do because I really have to, as I've already talked about it, but it's a close match. Here's the thing, though. Whatever the winner of this match is going to be, is going to be a close match. At least I personally believe. If it's not, I'm going to wonder how it's not close. Anyway, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. See you next.